Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Two and 0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike one.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
The 2-1 home is looked at for ball three.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off wall.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Number 20 is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope,
that's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
We've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his plan of attack throughout the first half of this game.
The 1-1. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Now at the plate, Jose Pirela. His guys still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch of the at-bat. Lays off 1-0.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Fastball just inside. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And he'll step off. Popped up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail here 4-0. Luis Perdomo will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring. Up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. First offering on its way. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed. calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Hit hard to third. And he'll reach to start the inning as this ball gets through him, a base hit.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
In now, Bo Jackson, as he'll square to try and move that runner over, but misses for the first strike.
Hey, here's where he steps out a second, collects his thoughts, and tries to get a pitch over the heart of the plate that he knows he can get down.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Standing in now, Burks. High in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Ready once again, Robin Ventura. Here comes the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And that misses, 2-1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Smoke toward the hole. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
No, you try and execute a pitch, Dan. I'll leave you to answer that. But right there as a batter, you see the infield back. You take everything, all the variables into consideration. You're not trying to do too much. Anything on the ground that stays off the corners gets you an RBI. Now mix in the fact that it found the hole, and he's got a knock to go with it.
You know, it's so frustrating as a pitcher, D-Row. You think what you make is a good pitch. Infield playing back. The ball is able to sneak through. A base hit and a run batted in. So close, but yet so far from getting out of that inning unscathed.
Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out. Ready for another shot now. Number 20, runner in scoring position with two gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded to short. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The White Sox digging in now, Francisco Mejia.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that misses inside, 1-0. The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Digging in, Boog Powell. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Powell, a former member of the Oakland A's. He became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
The 1-1 home is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss there. 2-2.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Slider swung on and grounded toward short. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Craig Shipley will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. In there, and it's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
This is line to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Padres down in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Doug Brocail comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. So here now is the pitcher, Wilson Alvarez.
The pitcher, Wilson.
First pitch on its way. Now a fastball is swung on and missed. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Hot shot on the ground is short. Pirella gloves it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Tim Raines, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1. Oof, it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
Digging in once again, Ozzie Guillen. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Way late on the fastball for strike one. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Gary Sheffield, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. But this will land untouched. Here's another 0-2. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number one here in the seventh as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box, Tony Gwynn. As he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. The 1-0 is a fastball taken high for a ball. Now the 2-0. Hit sharply on the ground. Cora fields it cleanly in time to first, and there are two away. Into the box now, Fred McGriff. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. A ball and a strike to the Padres' first baseman. One and two now.
One ball.
Great job on those last two pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball two.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And it's a full count, 3-2 to Fred McGriff.
And it's late to his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Miguel Diaz enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Digging in and looking for more, Frank Thomas. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. First offering on its way. Didn't threaten the zone there. Looked like it might have actually popped out of his hand a little early.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Cue shot here out towards short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Bo Jackson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Giving chase is Powell. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Ready now for the White Sox. Burks earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. And it's fouled away. And he pops him up here on 0-2 as this is drifting toward the right side of the infield. McGriff is there, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, but they're on top by. So here's the cleanup hitter, Franmil Reyes. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one. I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. It's 1-2. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. And the pitch. On the ground to the right side. Cora is there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Pretty simple way to start the 8th inning out. A ground ball, and he's 5 outs away from a no-no.
At the plate, number 20, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1.
Hey, this guy's pitching pretty well as we're rolling into the late innings. It's interesting, though. His first pitch strike percentage, less than 40% so far in this one.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And it wouldn't be a game in Southern California without the obligatory beach ball sighting as this one makes its way onto the field. One out, nobody on. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Striding into the box, Jose Perella. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. And here's one that misses to the Friars shortstop. It's a ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
1 strike.
Francisco Mejia would be next. The 3-1. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
From the belt, the pitch. Popped him up. Number 20 waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. So he's through 8 innings now, and he'll sit to prepare for one last hurrah. We've played 8 full. White Sox on top, 6-0. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Sammy Solis comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 62, Sammy Solis. Now playing short.
Standing in, Robin Ventura. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. So having collected hits number 1 and 2 of his career, he's got to be happy with his performance so far, his debut.
Oh, he's ecstatic, Matty. The thing you want to prove to yourself is that you belong at the big league level, and that's exactly what he did today. Putting 2 quality ABs out there for Knox. He'll get in the car today with a nice smile on his face.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play. Now at the plate, number 20. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. He's set. Here it comes. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Reyes moves over. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the White Sox, Wilson Alvarez, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. Hit down the line at first. This is foul for the first strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Nope,
Way
that's
inside
inside.
with that one. A pretty easy take there. Ventura stands at second with 2 gone. Hit to first. Fielded by McGriff. And
Got
he'll
him.
step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A man left for the White Sox. They lead it 6-0. Striding in to start the ninth, Boog Powell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
The center fielder, Boog Powell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a
Whoa, that's
fastball
kicked
that
out.
couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0. 1-1 the count now.
Ball.
Good take there to lay off the
2
high
balls, 1
fastball.
strike. The count. Nope.
Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
The 3-1 pitch. And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Coming to the plate now, Ricky Gutierrez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. A ball and no strikes. And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game.
Yeah, it's go time, Matty V. He's got a chance to close this one out. He knows the bullpen's rested and ready to go. He's got a smile on his face out there.
Oh, D-Row, this is what every manager loves. One day where you cannot have to empty out everybody in that bullpen. Going into the ninth inning in today's game with your starting pitcher, you can't ask for more than he's given them up to this point.
The second for one. Back to first. A ninth inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Into the box now, Gary Sheffield. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One and one to San Diego's leadoff batter. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
San Diego down to their final strike. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Ball two.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Cora takes it in, and they get the force, and that will officially do it. It's a no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show, and he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious White Sox, 6 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Kansas City Royals.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And I'd like to focus on Salvador Perez, the man who dons the tools of ignorance behind the dish. He's a clubhouse leader. He's one of the best pitch framers in the game. He's like a soft blanket back there for this pitching staff.
Now at the plate, Tim Raines, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball 1. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Ready now, Ozzie Guillen. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set, and the pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. this is hit the other way out toward left field. Number 22 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So digging in now, Frank Thomas. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And now a pitch on the way. Fouled away. Oh and 1, here it comes. Line drive to center field. Goodwin will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. It's the White Sox nothing. Royals coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. A chance now from the K to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day. Those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Got to find a way to scratch a few across early.
Alex Fernandez is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Lind. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Jose.
First delivery to him on the way.
Yeah.
A high fastball is in there. And it's 0-1 to Adam Lind. Swing and a line drive, but right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out. So next to the plate for the Royals, Wally Joyner, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch, and it's 0-1 to the Kansas City first baseman. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off.
That's a ball.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Zero.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
In now, George Brett. As
Ball.
he'll look at a fastball too high
Count
for
1-0.
ball 1. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. The 1-0. Drilled right back up the middle. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Standing in now, number 22. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1. The 1-2. Locks him up for strike 3. Royals leave 1. We are still scoreless. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Bo Jackson. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. From the stretch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Get off me, ball. That ball's way too far inside. He's got to step out of the box right now and adjust his batting gloves because he just got stung by a pack of wasps.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. The next 0-2. And he struck him out. In now, Burks. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. Outside, 2-1.
Ball.
3-1 now.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1 is taken for strike 2.
Count is 3-2.
And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Striding in, Robin Ventura. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So here's the Royals DH, Ryan O'Hearn, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That's a ball.
And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2 swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope,
to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Three and 2 to the Royals' designated hitter. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat, and that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work. But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. That misses wide.
Outside.
1 ball and 1 strike. Perez waiting on the 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
We got full count.
3-2.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
Ball 1.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Ball.
That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Two-0 count. The pitch. 3-0 now.
Inside.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And a curious looking swing that time, as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. And it's fouled away. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Bell has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. Royals go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. stepping in, George Bell. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
First offering on its way. Hit in the air to right field. Number 34 has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. So with 1 gone in the inning, time for a check of the American League Central standings as you see where the Royals sit entering play today. So striding forward now, Joey Cora. First delivery to him on the way. And that's by him. It's 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This pitch is popped up. Joyner moving to his left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box, number 20. First trip to the plate for him in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled away. Ball 1, well below the zone. The White Sox are still looking to break into the hit column here. One and 2 to the White Sox catcher. The 1-2. In the dirt. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Perez corrals it, and that ends the inning. Digging in now for Kansas City, number 34, ready to get his day at the plate started right here. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Ball.
And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Ventura is up with it. And there's one down now. So coming to the plate, Greg Gagne. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. Gagne has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is. He shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Now another 0-2. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Lind. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Softly on a line to third. Throw onto the big target of Frank Thomas will take care of him, and that will end the inning. KC down in order. Digging in the switch hitter, Tim Raines, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Now the 2-1. This is pulled into right. Now a dive by the right fielder, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Love the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Into the box, Ozzie Guillen as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Has a look, now the pitch. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Raines leads off second with nobody out. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Under it is the right fielder. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second. So a runner aboard at second here with 1 away. And in steps Big Frank. First offering on its way. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. The 0-1 pitch. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Perez recovers, and he makes the throw to first. Thomas is retired, 2 down now. Lance Johnson will come on now to replace him as he's into pinch run following the injury. So to the plate is the White Sox DH. Bo Jackson comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, no balls and a strike. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. He'll come home with it. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. Fourth now, still with no score. Lance Johnson will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.